everybody. Welcome to the Big Match Minute. That's right, bitch. I'm doing it this time. This is a show where me and my best friend break down wrestling matches that are weird, notable, different, minute by minute. My name is Lilith.
My name is Diet Coke.
How'd that feel?
It feels great.
Yeah. I was. Can I tell you something?
What's that?
I was scared the whole time. Let's never do it again.
You pulled it off well.
Okay. All right. Good. I was petrified that I might make a fool of myself.
You didn't. So we're talking about minute 11 of the Firefly Funhouse match at Wrestling Mania 36.
Yeah. Oh my God. Diet Coke.
Are we halfway through?
Yes. We're actually we were kind of halfway through the last
That's
minute.
the trouble with minute by minute podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 21-minute match. So
wow.
Yeah.
Can I borrow a catchphrase? Can I borrow a catchphrase from myself from a podcast I used to do called the Super Mario Brothers Minute?
What if I said no?
I would say, well, fair enough. We're moving on.
Okay, no, but you can.
To use my old catchphrase, this is a good minute.
It's an excellent minute.
It's a good match, but this minute especially stood out to me as an excellent minute.
Oh yeah. So it starts out with the tail end of the Saturday night main event title sequence.
Yes, and there's a noise in here that the first couple times, because we were watching the minute both on our own, but we were in a Discord call with each other.
Yeah.
There's a noise in there that for the first couple times I thought was like, what the hell? That's a weird Discord notification that I've never heard before. But it so had the character of a Discord notification, but it was just some little bloop in the Saturday Night Main Event theme song.
So we see that, and we see, what is it, Ricky the Dragon, Mr. T.
Yeah.
Few, listen, we don't need to go into.
Yeah, we don't need to go into all the 80s wrestlers we see.
This minute has enough. It's got meat for us to pick apart.
Yeah. That was a nice little synchronized and I think if you might find, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got you.
Shit. All right. Well, I can't talk for the rest of the podcast.
Well, oh yeah, until you give me a Coke. I forgot about that. I forgot that was part of it. I thought it was either you get me a Coke or you can't talk until I say your name. I guess I've never encountered the school of thought where those two aspects are combined. She's not talking. No, I don't want to say her name because I don't want to screw myself out of a Coke here. I don't want to, I don't want to blow a good thing, gentle listener. So I guess this is a solo podcast from now on, until I get a Coke, I guess. Wonder how long it takes to ship a Coke from Austin, Texas to Anaheim, California. Anyway, so at the end of the Saturday Night Main Event theme song, there's a really cool shot transition, and I kind of wish television still did this sort of thing, where a bunch of little squares that sort of make up a mosaic of the next shot sort of twist and come at you, and eventually come together to form the shot, and it's our friend Bray Wyatt. And it's just very good to see. It's accompanied by a sound effect. What I can only describe as a Nickelodeon-esque sound effect. It's a little like, wham. It's very good. And I wonder how long my esteemed co-host is going to let this go on, because well, that's a great news is that my friend Lilith has sent me, and I've said her name so she can talk.
Yes!
Has sent a receipt scheme here for a 2-liter of Coca-Cola at 7-Eleven delivery.
Yeah, DoorDash. I'm not actually gonna send you that.
I figured you weren't, because you don't know my address.
Okay, all right.
Delightful.
let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. What dumb shit were you talking about?
I mean, were you not listening either?
No, I was opening the DoorDash app. No, I'm kidding. I was listening. It was a cool transition.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
And we both know something about cool transition. Anyway.
We're both great at them.
Yeah.
Cross dissolves. Star wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spironolactone. Anyway, so we get this cool transition into Bray Wyatt behind like a cool like blue cage thing.
Yes.
In front of
well, it's the old steel cage they used to use for WWE.
Yeah. The old steel cage they used to use for WWF. I mean, it was WWF at that point, but it is WWE. And then the Saturday Night Main Event, like, banner.
Here's a fun thing: the way that Mr. Wyatt is standing in front of the word "main," he's covering up the A, so it says "min," like minute, like our podcast.
Oh my god! It's like he knows. Okay, Diet Coke. I've been thinking. We're not famous enough to try to get like Bray Wyatt on our podcast, right?
I mean, you never know.
We have like 30 followers on Twitter, so
true. But I mean, listen. Well, so we lead with your personal account because I think that's where collectively we have the most followers. And you lead from there.
Okay.
And you don't link to the show's Twitter so that you can't see how many followers the show has.
I just think it'd be really cool,
and maybe even, and I don't maybe like don't. Well, first of all, don't let Bray Wyatt hear this episode. Second of all, maybe like show him the Ghost Puncher numbers and tell him they're the big match minute numbers. You know, maybe we can get some kind of grift going on there.
Yeah. We've got almost 70,000 downloads, and we've only been around since like what, April? Not even May. Wink, wink. So Bray Wyatt shows up. Future guest of the show, Bray Wyatt.
Future guest, Bray Wyatt. By the time we get him, we will be talking about a different match, though.
Yeah. We're gonna bring him on to talk about the final fucking deletion.
Yeah.
And Bray Wyatt comes on and he says, "What's up, brothers?" Now, he is clearly doing a Macho Man thing, right?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage, not just sort of the generic idea of a Macho Man. He's not gonna go to a beach and kick over a sand castle that a nerd is building.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We both grew up in Southern California. We're both nerds. I didn't grow up in Southern California. In fact, spent the first 5 years of my life there.
I mean, this is more a thing that I feel like I know from like old comic book ads. Yeah.
Because neither of us, spent time on beaches.
Well, neither of us are nerds either, so we were safe from the Macho Men going around kicking over sandcastles.
All right.
We're both very cool people.
Bray Wyatt, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Bray Wyatt says, "My tag team partner is such a physical specimen. You can't help but worship him."
Yeah. Which we're already getting into what will be the sort of defining aspect of this minute, which is that like a general parody and pastiche of professional wrestling, specifically what was then WWF professional wrestling in the 80s. Yeah. That used to be such a thing, was to talk about, if you were in a tag team, you talked about your partner's body and how wonderful it was.
In a way that presented through the lens of 2020 could never be viewed as anything other than fetishistic, but probably was fetishistic at the time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So why can't we help but worship him?
It's a good question.
Because that's what being a stud is all about.
I love that line. I love that within seconds, this fictional tag team has an ethos, which is that like they're followers and proponents of the stud lifestyle.
And let's back up. Let's show everybody behind the curtain. Because I watched the minute once. When we were first getting on the call, and I said to Diet Coke, like, hey, really quick, I'm gonna go watch some Mega Powers promos because I feel like we need to be a little bit Mega Powers illiterate or literate.
Literate, yeah.
Yeah. In order to talk competently about this minute, because this definitely does take on the cadence and I think kind of the content of a Mega Powers promo.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like, this was the level of discourse that those two men were operating at.
Yeah. There's something that I forgot to bring up.
Yes.
About the Saturday night main event opening credit sequence.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how Hulk Hogan's shadow is like not connected to his body.
Yeah.
It seems like an error that they could have fixed. I don't. Maybe it's a stylistic choice, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it is weird how his shadow is just like distanced from his body a little bit.
Even his shadow doesn't really want to be associated with him,
and his shadow like doesn't have a bottom half. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Because Hulk Hogan famously refuses to acknowledge that he has an ass.
It's true. You try to talk to Hulk Hogan about his ass, he will pretend he doesn't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, brother.
I don't know what you mean, brother.
What are you saying? It just goes straight from abs to that leg meat that I drop on Andre the Giant.
Yep.
Fucking idiot. Okay.
And then he says, now. I'm sorry, I have to leave. I'm in a bit of a rush. I have to go hold up this sign that says "Bar Lives Matter" at a protest.
I'm late for my racism meetings.
Yeah.
Okay, so Diet Coke.
Yes.
What is a stud all about? Having muscles.
Having muscles. And I really enjoy Bray Wyatt's line read on that.
No matter what little talent you possess.
Yeah. And specifically the line read on muscles is like he weirdly, like, in a way, like, he goes soft for a second. Like, he doesn't do a huge flex. He just kind of brings his arm out and like says it. He gives the camera bedroom eyes when he says muscles. And I really love that choice.
Yeah. He goes into the bodybuilder like arm curl.
Yeah.
But he does do like a having muscles.
Yeah. It's a very seductive version of it.
It is. It's good. It's so good. So good.
Yeah.
Having muscles, no matter what little talent you possess.
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is what my tag team partner.
Yeah.
That, my friends, is what my tag team partner, Johnny Largemeat, is all about.
Johnny Largemeat is such a good name for this alternate reality version of John Cena.
It's so good. It's so good because, like, if you went back in time, fucking 30 years, and you walked up to a random fan of the WWF and said, "Hey, are you a fan of Johnny Largemeat?" They'd probably go, "Oh, I don't think I've seen any of their matches."
Yeah.
So anyway, Johnny Largemeat.
Yeah. Johnny Largemeat, great name. Great name, fun penis joke. You love to see it.
Oh yeah. Wait till you see that body.
Yeah.
Whoa! Wow.
Yeah. When Johnny Largemeat shows up on the scene, can we talk about that now?
Well, we got. Let me just get through. First of all, the classic 80s wrestling tag team line. The ladies love him, and the men they want to be him.
Yeah.
That is how you introduce a partner.
Yeah.
So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my tag team partner, Johnny Largemeat.
Well, he does say like Johnny Largemeat.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I have a bit of. I've got some. I'm not going to go into it, but I've got some mouth stuff going on right now, so I didn't want to go into the full.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank
Lily,
you.
I'm here to take
Thank
those hits for you.
Yeah, to do the mouth stuff.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm the designated mouth stuff person on this podcast.
All right.
Johnny Largemeat shows up. It's so great. I'll tell you. So he shows up. He's pumping iron, just like passively as he's talking, but like very fastly pumping iron.
And it's so clear that those either that's just how powerful John Cena is, or those weights are made of paper. Like he's moving them the way that you and I would move pencils.
I think they are real though, because you see his veins bulging.
Yeah, but I mean, I think John Cena could just do that.
True. So he shows up pumping iron. And there's like a crowd cheer, and then like a rock guitar riff, like a guitar solo happens. And Lily, this is like a parody that's so over the top and funny, and like a well crafted pastiche of the tropes of the time. But believe me when I say, at around watch 6 of this minute, I was just getting legitimately pumped every time this happened.
Yes!
Like, it works for a reason. I was like, hell yeah, Johnny Largemeat, I'm about to watch a kick-ass match.
Johnny Largemeat shows up, and I'm stoked for him.
Yes.
He's pumping so much iron.
He's pumping so much iron. The veins are bulging. He calls Bray Wyatt Big Daddy.
Yeah, he says, that's right, Big Daddy.
Shades of Dustin Rhodes there with the use of Big Daddy.
Well, Dusty, really.
That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
No, that's okay.
I had a moment of panic where I was I couldn't get his stage name.
Oh ho ho! Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, and I love this because it's so clearly like even more so than what Bray is saying. Yeah. It's completely incoherent.
Well, yeah, he does something which I have seen old wrestlers do. I've seen old wrestlers do this, and I've also very occasionally seen a very green indie wrestler do this.
Yeah.
Where they can't think of shit to fill a promo, so they are literally just stringing one platitude to another. So what Johnny Largemeat says, if you'll allow me here.
Go ahead.
He says, when the rubber hits the road, the cream rises to the top.
And then the last line of the minute, which when the rubber hits the road, the cream rises to the top. Somebody say something about WrestleMania.
Yeah. Which is, I would argue, like more of a current day wrestling trope of just sprinkling them in WrestleMania, or maybe it's just they just haven't stopped. But it is kind of the perfect like parody of an '80s wrestling promo.
Oh yeah, it is. It is
so good.
It's so good. What a fucking excellent minute.
Yeah, good minute.
I would like to take a moment to call attention to Bray Wyatt's shirt.
Yes.
It is in the middle.
Google piped in there. I don't know if that picked up on Mike, but my phone just said, "Sorry, I don't know what that is."
Oh,
because I said yes.
Let me tell you what it is. So, in the middle there is a like DeviantArt illustration of the Fiend.
Yeah.
Like this is something that I would have drawn when I was 14.
Sure.
And if the Fiend was a current talent when I was 14, like you might as well have ripped this off of my page, because it's exactly the kind of thing that I would have been into.
Yeah.
And then it says, "You can't hurt it."
Yeah.
Which ties nicely into, the whole, Bray has those gloves that say hurt and heal on them.
Yeah, this tank top is for sale at shop.wwe.com for $14.95.
Oh, that's a good deal.
That really is. It's marked down from $30.
Tank.
This would be a good tank top for you.
I do already have the Feed shirt. But oh my god. Okay, we're gonna discuss that on air. I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make my purchasing decision. Oh, they don't have it in my size. Never mind.
Oh, I see now why it's marked down so. It's because they literally only have it in small.
Yep. Oh, that's a
Sense.
bummer.
Yeah.
That's a fucking bummer. I really wanted that tank top.
I'm sorry that I got your hopes up.
Wow. Diet Coke, do you have anything else? Do you have anything else to say about this minute?
I don't think I do. I think it was an excellent minute. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to many excellent minutes to come.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
All right. I'm trying to think of a plugs joke. Do you have anything?
Lily, we might have used this one already. Lily, I'm trying to stretch my asshole so that I can take it, so that I can get pegged. Do you have anything for that?
I'm leaving the show. Yeah, I've got some plugs.
Oh, you've got some plugs.
Go to twitter.com/deathcarpets. That's where you can find me on Twitter. We don't mention this enough on the show. Go to twitter.com/bigmatchpod.
That's true.
I don't think we've ever mentioned that on the show.
To be fair, I think, I don't know. What do you see as the purpose for Twitter accounts for podcasts, specifically podcasts like this?
I don't know. Other people like drive up engagement and like get the word out about their show.
Have you ever found out about a podcast you listen to through the show's Twitter account?
Yes.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm wrong, I guess.
Yeah, once.
All right. Go to the Big Match. What is it?
Big Match Pod.
The old BMP.
Yeah. I'm making another podcast called Ghost Puncher Core. If you listen to this podcast, you probably already listened to that one. But hey, it doesn't hurt. Go check it out. It's good. Ghostpuncher.net for that one. Diet Coke. I would also like to get fucked in the ass. Do you have anything for me?
I've got some plugs for you. You can find me on Twitter at VeryCoolEmily. You can also find me on Twitch. I stream on Twitch sometimes with this friggin' jerk over here.
Okay.
Who's my best friend, who I love dearly. You can go to my Twitter. I'm Diet Coke 666, but you can just go to dietcoke.cool to find my Twitch page. I do some other podcasts. One is called the Official Dunstan Checks In podcast. It's where I do this, but for the 1996 ape film Dunstan Checks In. I also talk about other movies on there. And then I do Go Go Godzilla, where we talk about Godzilla movies. You can find both of those by Googling them or just by looking at the links in my Twitter account, which is, as I said, Very Cool Emily.
Yes, which is not your name professionally.
No, not my name professionally.
It is. Oh, it's so fucking confusing.
I mean, my full title, if you ever want to be very formal with me,
okay,
you would say that I'm Emily Schmemily, known professionally as Diet Coke. I have a doorbell, or did your doorbell just ring?
My doorbell didn't just ring.
Okay, I just heard a doorbell noise, but I don't think I've ever heard the doorbell in this apartment. But I guess we have one.
You're haunted. So, Diet Coke, I would like to excuse you so that you can go deal with the ghost that's in your home.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't seem to remember if we have any kind of like sign-off phrase, any kind of like fun way to excuse our dear fans from the show. Do you happen to remember if you've got anything like that?
We don't have one. Gotta go. Ghost got me.